Good afternoon, rather. This is a great day for us, an important transition for Xavier. As we've had leadership in basketball for many years, good leadership, and in that leadership at Xavier, not only do we have great teams, but also great student athletes, students who academically excel on the court, and that's a tradition that's been very important for us at Xavier. We went through a very difficult search for the successor of our basketball coach. We had many applicants, and I commend the AD for leading a search that brought many, and actually that made his decision very difficult because we brought a lot of qualified candidates online. That's the best of searches, when we bring several and make the decision very difficult. And today, we have a coach, and I'll bring our athletic director, Jason Horns, so I'm going to tell you about this new person. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's a great day in New Orleans for us. I mean, it's been a long process. When Coach Jackson, who did a phenomenal job here, walked into my office and told me that he's decided to take another opportunity, I immediately called Dean Bird and Ralph Johnson and Dr. Barrett and said, all right, we've got to begin a search. And one of the things when I was talking to Ed Cassier about us going into a new search, this is actually our first external, if you consider it an external hire, since Jimmy Carter was the President of the United States, since 1978. So it was a great process. First I want to thank the search committee. They did a great job. I think when we asked them to serve on the search committee, they didn't know that they would be looking at well over 100 applicants. And I think at one point someone asked me, hey, we need to close this position and let's start moving forward with narrowing the pool. But it's been great. I'll tell you a little bit about our program. We have played 78 years of men's basketball here at Xavier, and we've won 1,261 games. We have a Naismith Hall of Famer in Sweetwater Clifton. We've had several players take the court in the NBA. We've had several players play overseas. And Xavier holds the distinction, and this is one of the things Ed told me the other day. Xavier holds the distinction of having the most 20-win seasons in Louisiana men's basketball history on any level, which is amazing. We've got 19 conference or district level championships. And these are current streaks right now, these next four things. We've had 25 non-losing seasons, 16 consecutive winning seasons, 6 seasons with at least 20 wins, and 6 consecutive trips to the NAIA championship tournament, which is phenomenal. Let me tell you a little bit about AJ. So I've known AJ for about 3 years. This past year when we went to the national tournament, I met the team out there. They asked me if I was riding the bus. I said, no, I'll be flying to Kansas City. So I flew out and I stayed a little longer. Just wanted to soak in the tournament a little bit more. And AJ and I got a chance to just sit down and talk. We've talked during his time when he was at Harris Stowe and really just to talk about what he's done with his program and how he's built what he's built and kind of what his goals are and what he wanted to achieve as a head basketball coach. And a lot of that conversation, I think we grabbed a cookie and wound up having lunch. I mean, it was a good meeting. And but to tell you a little bit about AJ. AJ spent 9 seasons with our program, 3 as a player, 6 as an assistant coach. He's an all-conference player as a senior. He holds a distinction of being one of 3 Gold Rush basketball players with at least 800 points, 500 rebounds, and 150 assists. You didn't know you were that good, did you? During his tenure on Xavier's campus, every season we've averaged 23 wins. This past season at Harris Stowe, he had one of the top turnarounds for a men's basketball program in the country in the NAIA. They won more games this past season than they had the previous 2 seasons. He also, in his first year, and probably part and parcel to what he had to do academically here, is the men's basketball team had the highest team GPA of all the sports at Harris Stud. And they also had seven all-conference academic team members. So he's done a phenomenal job, and as the committee was going through resumes, and they'll tell you, I didn't sway them one way or the other. I just kind of wanted to hear, because it's always great to have different perspectives as you go through a search. But our folks, our coaches, our assistant coaches here will tell you that 3 things I say a lot: win, grow, graduate. How do we do those 3 things? And as we're going through the search, it kept coming back to AJ. Different people called. There's many people in the room that called on his behalf. Players would say something to me when we're walking around, and it was interesting how, you know, when I thought about kind of what we want to build, and we want to build a championship team. We want to continue to win championships, and we want to contend at the national level. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me just bring him up. You're not here to hear me ramble on and on. Let's welcome AJ Williams back to One Drexel Drive.
Anybody who knows me understand that this might be a little too much for me, but you know, I'm more than welcome to accept this challenge, and I'm grateful for everybody who's came in today. I appreciate you guys being here. You know, Chris Beard, Texas Tech basketball coach, he said, when mama calls, you gotta go home. Xavier called, and I had to come home. So I'm glad to be here, man. This has been an unbelievable experience going through this whole process, and I am definitely grateful and thankful for the opportunity. First and foremost, I gotta thank God for giving me this abilities that I have to be able to coach, to be able to teach, to be able to help young men grow. That's something that I don't take lightly at all. I'd also like to thank our president, Dr. Barrett, for the opportunity to be able to come here and stand as the men's basketball coach, along with athletic director Jason Horn, the search committee, and also the athletic staff who be able to trust me, help lead this university and men's basketball program. Your vision to win on the court and off the court is something that's in line with my vision for this program. And so we definitely want to be committed to winning and to graduating student athletes. To the current players, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to be your head coach. Everyone that I talked to up until this point so far has said they're super excited to get started. They're happy about the atmosphere and everything, so I'm echoing that. I'm excited to get on the floor, I'm ready to get started, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. To my family at Harris Stowe, first I'd like to thank Dr. DeJuan Womack, Athletic Director Jamal Mayo, and the people at Harris Stowe State for giving me the opportunity, first year head coach, to go in and prove myself that I'm able to put that program into new light and new heights. What we did there in 1 year was magical, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it. Also to my players at Harris Stowe, thank you for the wonderful ride. Together we made history, and I'll always remember you and keep you dear to my heart. To my family, man, Mom, Dad, Shimon, Eric, B, Lynn, SJ, Anderson, you guys are my rock. You guys keep me going. And thank you for pushing me to be better every day, man. I appreciate y'all. It's funny, man. Going back to high school, going into my junior year on the varsity team, my high school coach told me that I was going to be a coach one day. And I'm like, man, no, I'm not going to be a coach. I'm going to be like my brother. My big brother played in professional ball. Both of my brothers played overseas. And I said, I'm going to the league. That's exactly what I told him. But here I am now in a position to be able to lead men. And definitely appreciate the opportunity. But today is definitely a great day. Today is definitely a great day. I'm very thankful and excited to be coming home. Ever since 2004, when I stepped foot on this campus, as a student athlete, I always knew that I wanted to leave my imprint. And I did that as a player, as you saw on the stats. Ed, thanks for that. I appreciate that. 12 years, so that was 12 years ago. 20 pounds a little lighter, and a few gray hairs later, that feeling still has not changed. I definitely want to leave my mark here as a coach, and we will do that. This is definitely the place that I want to be, and I couldn't be more thrilled to have this opportunity to lead these men into the next era of Xavier men's basketball. To the former coaches, I definitely have to pay respect to the men who have stood in this seat. Thank you for paving the way, setting a tradition of greatness here at Xavier University. Special thanks to Coach Jackson, giving me the opportunity as a student athlete and as an assistant coach. We spent 10 years together, and in our 10 year together, we made this one of the most successful run in Xavier men's basketball history. So I'm thankful and appreciative for everything that he's done for me. So everybody wants to know playing style. What kind of playing style? What's my coaching philosophy and everything? Well, for me, I like to be aggressive. I like to attack. I like to be on the hunt. We definitely want to be aggressive and play up-tempo offensively and defensively. Want to be one of the top defensive teams in the league, in the nation, and also, by us being aggressive defensively, we want to get stops, we want to get out and run. I believe that there's multiple opportunities to be able to get early transition points if we run. I also believe that coaching is just not about the X's and O's. Coaching is about adapting to your players, putting them in a position where they can excel on and off the floor, helping them understand the games, helping them make the right reads and play the game the right way. This will be an exciting brand of basketball here where our players and student body, our faculty and staff, and the community will be proud of. My program is built on the foundation of the team. The most important piece is the student athletes. We will recruit student athletes that will mirror our playing style. Tough, gritty, hard-nosed, good IQ of the game, and have a little swag, as the young folks like to say. Once our foundation is set, we will begin to build on what I have called the 4 pillars of success. The team, first is the team, the we over me model. The second one is being able to sacrifice. Third is self-discipline, and the last one is effort. I believe is once we able to instill those 4 pillars, there's nothing that we can't do as a team. So as I close, our program has always been about the student athletes. They have been the foundation of our program, and I have a few of my former teammates here today, man, who understand exactly what I'm talking about, and current and former players. To the current players, you stand on the shoulders of some great players that wear these uniforms. Every time you put that jersey on, you're doing it not for yourself, but you're doing it for the guys who paved the way to help Xavier get to where it is right now. They definitely paved the way. You must take pride in that and wear the Xavier tradition on your sleeve. Lastly, to my teammates, I want to thank you guys for coming. I know you guys had some other obligations, but I appreciate you guys being here for me. This moment is just not for me. This is for us, because we know out of 10 years, we understand exactly what this program means to us. And I couldn't be happier to share this moment with y'all, so I appreciate y'all. I've said yes as a student athlete. I've said yes as an assistant coach. And now today, I'm thankful to be able to say yes as your next Xavier basketball coach. Thank you.